Hello and welcome to video 283. As you can see, I've been joined by my mate Craig again, saviour of the last blog. Well, saviour of the last blog he was in.
Many blogs, saviour of.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we've had a bit of a mission this morning, haven't we, mate?
I'd probably call it a nightmare.
So the original plan for this video was to be at Digger Lakes on Percy's Lake. The main lake at Diggers has started spawning, but you know Percy's better than me, and you think from the colour of the water it's about to spawn, don't you?
Yeah, they look like they were chasing pairing up, so we just thought better of it, really.
Yeah. So anyway, we didn't. So obviously, we left there. We went to another place we fished 3.5 years ago.
Yep.
4 Ponds Fishery. We won't say what happened there, but we're not there.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've ended up at a place called Furzebray Lakes.
That's right.
Yeah, somewhere I've never been to before. We're deep in Devon.
Yep.
And it's 1 o'clock, so we're not fishing yet. As you can see in the background, we've literally just got to our swims, guys, because of the mission we've had today.
We had our breakfast at 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah. But anyway, we're on Copse Lake. For those of you that know Furzebray Lake, we're on a little lake called Copse Lake. It's about
1.5 acres?
Yeah, 1.5 to 2 at the very most.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not many swim. What, 1, 2, 3,
6?
Probably got half a dozen swims on it.
Yeah. Lovely little lake. Really nice.
And we've come to the far end of the lake. We found a nice little social double peg. And the reason why we're not fishing yet is because we both want this left hand side, don't we?
We do indeed.
So, we're going to toss for it.
Heads or toss? I'll give you the choice, heads or toss.
Right, you toss, I'll call mid-flight.
No, call now.
Oh, because you might manipulate the
How can I manipulate it?
Alright, I'll call tails.
Bummer. You wouldn't have known this, but I've just done like 5 or 6 trial outs and every single one was tails.
Hey, it's not a double-sided coin either.
Nope. Tails, heads.
Right, go on then, let's do the toss.
Tails.
I'm on the left-hand side then.
Told you.
Right, let's get this video underway. Obviously we've got everything to set up, as you can see, guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the right side. There's a really nice marginal reed line, to be fair. Obviously we'll have a look at the swims in depth once we're fishing. It's
as long as I can have a bit of the island.
You can have that much of the island.
That's all I need.
The very end of it.
That's all I need.
Right then, guys, let's go fishing.
Let's go.
As we see, guys, Craig is baiting up his spots. He's already baited up 2 spots to the right of this shot that you can see now, and where he's baiting up is clearly a feeding spot because it's a nice little clearing in the reeds. Alright, so I'm still getting stuff ready, guys, but this is the view from my bivvy. I'm stood literally just in front of my bivvy, so this is my view as I look at my bivvy, guys. And then I'll have a closer look next to the rods at the actual water that's available to me. So there we are, stood beside my rods, guys, and so this is what we have out in front of me. It's all going to be close range fishing, so as you can see we've got a little island in front of me. It's literally 4-5 rod lengths, but then I'll probably be fishing 2 of my rods round to this way, so as you can see, another little island on the left here, and then a cut through between the 2 islands to the other side of the lake. So probably have 1 rod over into that cut through somewhere, I reckon, and then to the left of the island is obviously then the channel between the island and my left hand margins to the left hand side of the lake as we look at it. So not a big lake, very small petite lake, all close range fishing. Apparently the fish that own here are very nice if we do get them. I don't believe there's any monsters in this fish, but in this lake, but yeah, apparently the fish, like looks wise, that are in here are meant to be pretty stunning. So yeah, so we don't have a lot of water, but there are options to put 3 rods. Apparently a lot of people only fish 2 rods here because of the amount of water, but I think if 1 rod goes over there somewhere, 1 rod sort of in front of that channel, and maybe 1 rod on the left hand side of the island, then I think we'd be alright for space for 3 rods, to be fair. Right guys, so finally 3:20, so sort of almost 2.5 hours after rocking up at the fishery we decided we was gonna fish, we are finally putting our first rod out. So because it worked well for me in the last video, I'm just going with the old Ronnie rigs again. Exactly the same rig and bait presentation. That's Ronnie rigs 15mm nut 365 pop-ups, and I'm going to bait up the same as well. So in this bucket here we have got a mix of 8mm, 6mm, 4mm pellets, so a handful, and then again 365 boilies. Just going to put a few, what's that, 10 baits. I've just glugged them up as well for a little bit of extra boostage. Right, I'm going to have to look at the back of my head now for a minute, and guys, while I've put this out, and even a shot of my ass as well.
Why does your head look like your ass?
Twins. Right. I thought before I put this up now, guys, I had a little test run just to make sure I could reach the island. My baiting pole's 18 metres long, all 6 rod lengths if you want to convert that, and it just reaches the other side. So so now we know it's 6 rod lengths exactly from bank to bank. Oh, Craig's being a pole roller for me behind the camera. Cheers, mate.
I am not your gilly.
There we go, and we are going to drop right there. Right guys, so second rod, middle rod. I'm basically just going to pub chuck it, guys, because I just want it kind of in the region between the 2 islands. Obviously the middle of islands is always a you know, a thoroughfare to travel through, so if I can get just somewhere in the middle of them islands. What am I saying? If, of course I can. It's only about 7 wraps.
Hello.
What's that? I need me boat. Yeah. There we go. That was pretty much in the middle, guys. And then for this rod and the left hand rod that are going to be cast, I'll just catapult some boilies over them spots. Right guys, so third and final rod, left rod obviously, and I've got it clipped up to a spot on the left hand edge of that left island, and on the left hand edge of also that island there's a few little reeds, and I've clipped up to the edge of them reeds, and so I don't have to keep doing wrap sticks or whatever. I've clipped up my spot, and then I've put some marker elastic on the line, so I can quickly go back to that spot without having to do wraps and what have you. So yeah, nice little spot, left hand side of the island, next to some reeds, and like the second rod, it's a cut through between the island and this left hand margin to my left, so hopefully it's a good spot. Sometime later on in the blog we'll look more closely at that spot, but for now I just want to get fishing. Ah, perfect. Landed within about 6 inches of the reeds. And again, bait wise, I'll just go around and chuck some boilies on that spot. I can do it, there's a little clearing in the margins to my left, so I can sort of bait up that spot by hand, to be fair. Right guys, so a little bit of bait is going to go in. Maybe another rod length was needed on that. I've just glugged up these boilies as well, so they've got a bit of extra attraction on them, but it doesn't mean they're really sticky at the moment. That was better. And then for the left hand rod, as I said, we can do that one by hand from the margin just to the left of me swim. Alright guys, so it's literally 2.5 rod lengths to them reeds on that island, so much easier to come down here and bait up by hand. That's that. Hi guys, so all quiet so far, but I am going to attempt to cook me and Craig a roast dinner on the bank. Now I say attempt to cook, that's because I have finally joined the cobb gang. A few of me mates have got these, and Angling Direct started selling them. I had some vouchers left over for Christmas, so I put them towards it, and yeah, I'm now a member of the cobb gang. So in my cool box I've got a whole chicken. Yeah, a whole chicken, and just so while we're learning to use it for the first time, I've got some like ready-made frozen roast potatoes and pigs in blank, if there's room. I don't know if there's going to be room in the cob after we've got a whole chicken in there.
I don't know how it's going to fit.
Well, we'll have a go anyway. So yeah, I'm going to get the cob out in a minute, fire it up. Apparently once you've lit the stone, it only takes a few minutes before it's ready to cook. So yeah, I'll get it out and get it fired up and yeah, have a nice roast dinner on this hot sunny day.
I mean, you've chosen the perfect day for a roast.
Yeah, perfect sunny hot day for a bankside roast dinner. Right guys, so the cobblestone is lit. That is giving off plenty of heat. I just had to check with the instructions. I put the lid straight back on and it was all smoky.
Blow us up.
Yeah, apparently you are meant to leave them a few minutes just for the accelerant in the. Oh yeah. But apparently that can go on now. Once the smoke has died off. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the accelerant in the stone, isn't it? That's... Lid on. Leave it. It says in instructions 5 minutes to warm up, and then you're ready to start cooking. Alright guys, so about 5 minutes has elapsed since we lit the stone and got the lid on, and the temperature is up to 225 degrees Celsius already. That'd be your phone ringing, Craig.
It will be.
So I've got me chicken. Chicken says it takes an hour and 35 minutes to cook, guys. And I know these ones, when you cook them at home, you do cook them in the tray. But to save room in the cob for any roast potatoes and other stuff I've got to go with it, or have to go in, I'm going to take it out the tray. It might work, it might not. Like I say, first time using it, so it's a bit trial and error. God, 240 degrees it's up to now. So obviously we're going to lose some of that heat while we take the lid off. So I think we'll just be quick and get the lid off. Whack the chicken up. Whack the chicken on. Oh yeah, we did lose some heat there. But make a note of the time, 6 o'clock. Oh, and we just had a bleep as well. So yeah, we did lose a bit of the heat. It's gone back down to 100 degrees Celsius. But obviously lighting it, it went up to like 200 degrees in 5 minutes, so that won't take long to get hot again. Right guys, 1 hour has passed since the chicken went in. So we're about to have our first look at it.
And you've been knelt there for an hour.
But to make things quick and easy on the bank, I've got some ready-made roast potatoes. What are these? McCain ones. Just for the ease of cooking, and then if they'll fit, pigs in blankets as well. Right, so this is our first look. So if I don't talk to you so much, forgive me, because obviously when you take the lid off you start losing heat. So I think the idea is get the lid off, get more food in, get the lid back on as quick as possible. So
Wow.
Holy gosh.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting it to look that good.
Wow. That looks good.
Get a quick photo, Craig.
Hang on.
That is looking pretty darn amazing, to be fair, guys.
Smile.
I think speed is the essence here. Yeah, we'll get as many as we can on, because obviously we're losing heat at the moment, but alright, I think that's about as much as we're going to get on.
I think that's enough roast potatoes to feed.
Right, do you want to do us a favour?
Lob these in.
And get them in the... Oh, my...
My bum's currently.
Yeah, I know. Bit of commentary.
Move that back, move that back.
Oh, we're dropping pigs in blankets in the moat bit. Like I say, this might be a bit hit and miss. It might be a fail.
One more. Oh, bacon's come off.
Oh, let's drop it in. Let's get it in. So we're not losing the heat. Right. And according to cooking times, the pigs in blankets and the roast potatoes are meant to take about 45 minutes. So we'll be back in 45 minutes. Right then, guys. So another 45 minutes has elapsed, obviously, since the potatoes and pigs in blankets went in. So again, this is first look. So, listening to tips I've watched on YouTube, they do say do not be tempted to lift the lid to look at your food, because you lose all your heat and extend your cooking time.
So hard not to lift.
So yeah, it has, hasn't it? So this is first look. God, the heat coming off that is unreal. What are you reckon with them spuds? How are they looking? Grab a little one. Give it
a lot longer. What about the sausages?
They're cooked.
They're cooked. You get those out.
What do you reckon? Give it another 10 minutes for the potatoes to cook a bit more?
Yeah, be right. Be enough.
It's looking good, guys. Looking good. And here we are, guys. One full roast dinner served up on the bank. So when it all got ready at the same time, we did get a bit carried away with getting served up, and I forgot to do the filming of it all being ready on the same time. But
that's some of the best chicken I've had. Honestly, mate, it's incredible, isn't it?
And I bought a nice chicken that had stuffing in it as well, and let's give the stuffing a go. That has cooked perfectly.
I know, it's mad.
So, compared to a normal oven at home, guys, I would say it took a little bit longer. The chicken on the instructions said it took an hour and 35. Well, I think in all, it was maybe cooking for about an hour 50.
Yeah.
But, oh, the pigs in blankets are nice and crunchy. I mean, is that next level bankside cuisine or what, guys? And probably a good thing that we didn't film it all come out of the cob, because the chicken was cooked so well, it was falling to pieces when we was trying to lift it off the grill, wasn't it?
Two-man job.
It was a two-man job.
I mean, look at the breast, just pulls apart.
Oh. Well, I don't want this video to be all about just the cob, guys, but
it is about the cob.
But this is next level bank cuisine, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then all I've done as well, to make things easy, I've done a little ready-made tin of vegetables in the normal stove, some ready-made gravy over the top.
Oh, falling off the bone here.
Might be changing our minds tomorrow when we're bloody shitting through the eye of a needle and puking up.
No, chicken's not cooked.
Well, but yeah, with the danger of making this blog becoming all about the cob guys, this is amazing. Right, we'll leave it there, guys. Like I say, I don't want to make the video all about the cob, because it's not. It's about the fishing. But when I posted on social media that I'd bought myself a cob, several people did request to see it in action, so that's why we spent a little bit of time looking at it, guys. Oh,
I can't even speak.
Alright then, guys, it is 9:30 almost, only a few minutes to go. Still daylight, but we have just had the most amazing red sunset just behind us there. It was proper red sun, so absolutely amazing. But what was more amazing,
I'm stuffed, man.
honestly, I think I've got to say that cob. Like I say, I don't want this video to be all about the cob, and I probably won't mention it anymore after this. But I think that has got to be one of the best fishing bankside purchases I've made. A full roast dinner on the bank. That was awesome, wasn't it?
It's probably one of the best meals I've had on the bank for sure. Jesus.
But yeah, still quite our end. A bloke turned up not long ago, and he's had a fish already at the other end of the lake.
So we're in the right area.
Yeah. He came down and asked if one of us could do a picture, which you did, didn't you? Because I was doing the washing up.
Yeah. Whilst I was there, he had another screaming run,
but lost it.
Lost it.
So it's not that good then, is he?
No.
So yeah, so I'll put the camera away soon, guys. And then obviously if anything does happen in the night, I'll get the... One thing that is going to happen tonight is that I'm going to have a bloody good sleep with that belly of food.
Yeah, I think that roast dinner is going to come out at some point.
Well,
hi.
Right guys, so obviously if anything happens in the night, we'll see you then. If not, probably see you as the sun's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
What is that?
It's the sun.
It is. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, that was a
eventful night.
Eventful night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing happened, guys. So yeah, so we don't think there was much fish up this end of the lake, guys. So yeah, something's happened this morning, hasn't it? Let's pan the camera around. Where's all your kit gone?
I don't know. It's gone.
Oh. Where's all my kit gone? Yeah guys, so yeah, we've had a move this morning.
We have indeed. And I've seen more in the last hour than I have in 24.
So yeah, so at the moment we're mid set up down that end of the lake, guys. I think, what have you got, a rod out?
Two
rods out.
Yep.
And
I had to go because I just seen two fish bosh and I was like, I gotta get out. So.
And after we got here yesterday, there were two lads fishing down that end. They went, but then when they went, another lad
Jump straight in.
jumped straight in, and then he had to move himself this morning to the other side of the lake.
Yeah. But he did have a fish out last night.
He did, so which is why we've had to move this morning to get down to where fish have been seen and caught from.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get down there and have a look at our swim, shall we?
Let's do it.
Come on then. We forgot something.
Oh.
Camera.
Leave them. Keep them there.
Alright guys, so this is Craig's new swim for the next 24 hours. Well, it's not even going to be 24 hours now, is it? It's going to be about 22 hours.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, lot more options. So, that little patch of reeds just there, guys, was where I was fishing with my left-hand rod that we saw yesterday. But, as you can see, this is one island, and this is another island here with a cut through around the back of this island, guys. So, and obviously you got your right hand rod up there.
Yeah, so the right hand rod's pretty much just on the edge of the cut through. Got it out with a spoon.
Lovely. And you've got a lot more open water with.
Yeah. So
with
where the trees in the water there to the left.
Oh.
I've got one probably half a rod length to the right of that, and apparently it's meant to be a good spot, but
Very nice. And also on the left hand side of that there's a little cut through to the other side of the lake.
yeah.
And then again another cut through to the other side of the lake.
Yeah, so
Or right out in front of you. So
potentially see how these two rods go today. I might chuck a third out tonight, but
yeah.
as it stands I'm just going to go with two for now.
Yeah, there's certainly the options, and the water is definitely better, isn't it? But
Oh yes.
obviously, with someone being in here yesterday, we couldn't get in here ourselves.
No.
Right, let's go and have a look at my new swim then, guys. So, and this is my new bit of water for the next 22 hours, guys. So again, it like the swim we've just moved from, it doesn't look like there's a lot of water, but there are options for 3 rods to fish. So so we'll start off looking at the middle of the picture. So as you can see, there's a cut through, partially obstructed by a fallen tree, but the guy was in here yesterday. That is the area where he caught his fish from, sort of in the bit of water that's kind of where the log is sunken, so that's where one of my rods will be. He also lost a fish, I understand, kind of fishing up to the island here somewhere. So again, because of someone else's knowledge, I'll use that in my own fishing and put my right hand rod over here and then swing him round to the left. Now it doesn't look much on camera, but just the other side of these reeds here with the yellow flowers, that again is a little cut through to another section of the lake that, you know, further down that path. So there's another swim down there, and yeah, just behind these reeds with the yellow flowers is the cut through of this side of the lake to that end of the lake. So again, that seems ideal territory to use me baiting pole to sort of get up to the edge and under these few overhanging branches. So that is my new bit of water for the next 24 hours. Well, 22 hours, guys, once we're fishing, guys. Right, guys, so I am ready now after moving and getting all my kit sorted out to put the first rod out. So I'm going to do the middle rod first, which is that in the cut through by that sunken log to the other side. Now I've used the same rod which was my left hand rod yesterday that I've got the marker elastic on. That's why I used this rod, because it's still got the marker elastic on, so I could use it as a measure. And the only difference is, well, when I tied it up, I had the marker elastic there next to the bail arm for yesterday's cast. For that spot, the marker elastic just has to be up by the second rod ring. So as long as I've done this all lovely jovely, we should land right in front of that sort of sunken log. Perfect. Right, that is one rod set up, guys. And yeah, because we are fishing that rod so close to a snag, I'm gonna fish that middle rod completely locked up on the clutch, so we will just have the drop of the bobbin to give us the indication, and then once that little, the V in the line at the bobbin is tight, that's all the fish will get, because obviously we don't want it running any further that way. That could hit that snag over there. Right, and guys, so left hand rod now, the rod that I'm going to put up against that far bank under the branches. Obviously I've already said it's the cut through to kind of like the left hand side of the lake. So we've already got a handful of pellet and a few boilies in the pole cup already. I'll just put the rod on the ground for now while we ship the rig out. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that, guys, didn't mean to give you an extreme close-up of me ugly head. Oh, I have to move closer to the bank because we've got a fence right behind us, and the sections that are joined together are already up against the fence. Ouch. Oh. Thorns. Oh, that just needs a little bit more. There we go. I think about there we'll do it. Right, that's two rods out, guys. Right, guys, so same with the right hand rod. I'm going to use the pole, so I'm going to put it not tight against the island, but them sort of overhanging sort of branches with the bright green leaves. I'm going to go kind of to the edge of that canopy. So I've already had a test run with the pole without a rig on it, and it just reaches the edge of that canopy once I've got the pole out, and if I stand by my rods I can just about get there, so it would be about sort of 6 foot off of the island, which is what I want actually. So There we go guys, 3 rods now fishing. Right, and after all that palaver of moving swims and finding new spots, it is now midday. So yeah, so that is exactly 22 hours of fishing time in these new spots before we have to be off the lake tomorrow for a lake booking. Here we go guys, Craig's getting his first proper rod out. I say proper because when you first got into this swim you flicked them out quickly just to get fishing, didn't you?
Yeah, I did see a fish boshing there, so I thought, right, flick out quickly, leave it for an hour. But nothing, so I thought, right, I'll bring it in, rest the swim up a little bit. And yeah, now, well, you've seen what I've got in the spoon, so...
Yeah, and what's in the spoon, tell the viewers?
A bit of boilie crumb, and then just some hang crumb boilie, just some bigger bits, and a bit of hemp and corn.
Lovely jubbly.
Well, maize, not corn.
That's going right up to the edges of them reeds in yonder distance, is it?
Yeah, so we've just got a D-rig in there on a bit of 20 pound IQ2 fluorocarbon with a 12mm manila pop-up, yellow.
Lovely jubbly.
Yeah.
And what's going on with this baiting pole contraption?
Well, with the current, I just ain't really got enough sections yet. I've not long had this bushwhacker, so I'm just trying to keep building up on sections, and I've still not quite got enough. But luckily,
luckily enough, the old Cat King come
door,
to the rescue, and we've
some
jammed on a couple of my pole sections onto it to get your range.
Yeah, well, normally
I'm not very helpful.
No, but this time round I'll give you that. Right, let's switch it around.
I must admit, this is the one thing I don't like about the bushwhacker, is that they're so flexible. And guys, another pole section from my pole added on. Will it do the job?
Let's go.
Is that going to be long enough? Oh, yeah.
One more. Right there.
Hang on. Yeah, we're zoomed.
Over she goes.
Lovely jubbly. So that's 18 metres of bushwhacker and then 4 sections of my pole to get there.
Yeah, whatever pole you got. Right, so this is my second rod and my middle rod. I'm going to aim, hopefully, for the channel between the 2 islands over there. So we'll see.
Absolutely bang on.
Okay, so this is the third and last rod, left hand rod. Hopefully just to the right of this branch, set of trees that's currently in the water there. Let's see how we go. Hopefully it goes as well as the first one. You never know.
Lovely jubbly. Good dart, sir.
Thank you. A little bit too much right, but I'm happy with that.
So then guys, being a quiet day, it's just gone 6 o'clock in the evening now, but we are just starting to see some signs of activity finally in my swim. Well, I say in my swim, so if I pan in a bit, so obviously we've mentioned that we're fishing up to this sunken log. Apparently that does go right across the other side, but it's partly sunken, but it's a log that apparently they put there on purpose to stop people casting over into the other side. About 5 minutes ago, a fish just boshed out, well I say boshed out, head and shouldered out, just the other side of that log. So just been watching that water, and then this side where I am fishing, there's just been a little bit of fizzing just where my rig is. Now I didn't show it, but after I put my rods out, I catapulted sort of a handful of boilies over onto that spot. So clearly a fish or some fish have found some of them boilies and are just having a little munch, because there was clear signs of fizzing. So it's looking good. Well, I say it's looking good. It will be if a fish goes down onto my hook bait. Right, good evening guys, and it is evening, 8:15. But obviously it's still been a quiet day on the fishing front, but I think we're both happy we made the move down this end of the lake, aren't we? Because
definitely.
We've definitely we've seen fish boshing out, we've seen fish head and shouldering out, we've seen bow waves of fish kind of moving through the swim, so
yeah, we've seen fizzing in places as well.
Yeah, so I think we definitely made the right decision to move down here, didn't we? Obviously we couldn't fish these swims yesterday because there was people already here, but
I mean, even when we have been down there, we've still kept an eye on
yeah,
what's going on at top, and we've seen nothing. So yeah, the confidence is increased somewhat.
yeah, and it's kind of getting to about the time now, isn't it, when the guy moved into this swim last night, when he had one, wasn't it? It was roughly about this kind of time. So
I mean, we've seen fish this side of the lake everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, although nothing's happened yet, guys, it's definitely been like I said, we've seen fish up that end of the lake. We didn't, did we, for the whole time we was up there? So
but we had a lovely chicken.
I think that was the highlight of being at that end of the lake, was the roast dinner, wasn't it?
Any fishing, love? Nah, just a nice chicken.
So anyway guys, I'm going to crack on and cook our sausage tea.
Sausages.
And then hopefully guys, we can update you with some sort of carpe action.
Would be nice.
During the night. Yeah.
We're in for a better chance than we did last night.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think if we'd have stayed at that end of the lake, I think we'd have just been scratching our asses, wouldn't we?
Well, each other's.
On that note guys, I'll leave it there.
Right then guys, as you may notice, it's dark.
Yeah, it's bloody 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I just had to scream and run on my middle rod, which is the one that was further in between the two islands. Fish stinks, man. Yeah, it's just absolutely one toner. Taking on a Manila wafter. Yeah, £24.
Lovely.
And that move has paid off.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well it has for you.
Yeah, let's see the other side.
I must say, while you're turning the fish around, just after we went to bed, or I went to bed, not we.
We.
I had two massive boshes in my swim, like. So the fish are there.
Yeah, they're definitely about Yeah. Lovely. Nice 24-pounder.
Nice one.
Well chuffed with that. Especially from a new lake. It's always nice to get off the mark. Beautiful.
Yeah, always nice going somewhere for the first time and catching, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Lovely jubbly. Nice one, mate.
Thank you.
Saviour of the blog again.
Aye.
Good morning, everybody. And yeah, that's a bit better now the blog isn't a blank. It is just gone 8 o'clock, so we've got about 2 hours left of this session. I think I've already said in the video that's there's a whole lake booking down here today, so we have to be off at 10 o'clock. Yeah, after Craig had his fish in the night, I have had some sort of occurrence on the middle rod. My bobbin is right up. I did have a few bleeps in the night, so obviously it was that rod. And I think I said it at the time when we was looking at Craig's fish. There was 2 almighty boshes in my water. I can't tell you the exact spots where it was because obviously I you know, on such a small bit of water I don't want to start shining the head torch around and to see where the ripples are coming from and you know, spook the water kind of thing. So it's not over yet, a couple of hours to go. You've just redone that rod on that spot where you had your fish from, haven't you?
Yeah, I didn't want to do it last night. I was tired, it was cold, misty, couldn't see. So I thought I'd leave it till a bit later on this morning. Yeah, so I just moved my right hand rod to where the middle rod was and give it a... What have we got left? Hour and a half?
Yeah, well,
hour and a half.
2 hours. What time's the group book? I think they said we've got to be off at 10, but
10-ish,
the group booking isn't on to midday, isn't it? What you said?
So, yeah.
So we can probably be cheeky and push it for maybe half an hour or so, maybe. Yeah. All the busy and all that will get packed down soon. I'm just waiting for the sun to come round over the trees to dry off like the night condensation off it. As soon as that's happened, Vivi will come down and I'll leave the rods to the very last minute, and if we see people starting to appear at the lake, that's when I'll start winding the rods in.
Yeah.
Right, I'll catch up with you either at the end or with another one, or one of us. Hopefully getting a sort of an 11th hour fish.
Still time.
Yes. Right guys, we have got about half hour of our session left, so I'm going to call an end to the video here. So although we are still fishing, the rods will be coming in about half hour's time. Once again, Craig has saved the blog. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate.
But yeah, considering we didn't know this is a fishery we was going to end up at when we set off sort of 2 days ago for a fishing trip, we're quite happy we've ended up here, aren't we? Because this is an absolutely stunning fishery.
Really nice.
Yeah, I mean they've got 3 lakes here, and this is the only lake you can day ticket on. The other 2 lakes are exclusive booking. And but yeah, but for a lake we've ended up at by accident, it's one
definitely coming back.
Yeah, I'm happy we've ended up at, and it's one I will 100% come back and have another go. It's a lovely place, isn't it? Like I say, the lakes are so well kept. They're clean, tidy. There's no litter. Very well kept. The scenery behind the lake is stunning, just like the rolling hills of the countryside. It's absolutely lovely place to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, so it's not been a blank blog, but this time it has been a blank for me at the moment. But on this occasion I'm not going to get disheartened about a blank, because it is that time of year where lakes are spawning. They're probably thinking about it here, to be fair. Although we've not seen any signs, it is that time of year. So when it's kind of spawning time of the year, I don't worry about blanks too much, because it's just that time of the year.
I mean, it's not an easy lake either, so that's what I was going to go.
No, I can't remember if I said it in the blog already, but this is what did Tony say? 1 1/4,
Yeah,
1.5
just over
acres?
1 1/4, but it's full of bays, channels, islands.
Yeah,
there's only a stock of 55, so it's not an easy water.
55 fish in 1 1/4, 1.5 acres, so it's definitely not a runs water, guys. So yeah, Craig's done well to have the fish that he's had, I think. Right, anyway, no more waffling. Bit shorter video this time, only being a 2-dayer.
Yeah.
No idea where I'm going to be next, but till that time, tight lines, wet nets, enjoy fishing.
Bye bye.